Hello, I am Michael Steven Camarillo and I'm gonna talk about my project which is Wien Bridge Oscillator. My schematic is composed of two capacitors, five resistors, two diodes, and an op amp which is LT1001 and two voltage sources. As you can see here, I have diodes. Wonder why I have to use diodes? It is because if you don't use D1 and D2 in this oscillator, its output is gonna saturate at its supply voltage, which is positive and negative 15 volts. Since the supply voltage is positive and negative 15 volts, if you don't use D1 and D2, the output would have positive 15 voltage peak and negative 15 voltage peak. To adjust the gain of the oscillator, I have to use automatic adjust circuit or some non-linear circuit. That's why I use D1 and D2. Further in this video, I would show what happens in D1 and D2 if removed. For now, I would simulate the frequency of oscillation here. As you can see here, the amplitude is constantly increasing and at some point of time is now at its maximum amplitude, which is we're gonna get its frequency. You can use here and here. You can zoom in for precise simulation. As you can see here, we got 198.91, and our computed value for frequency of oscillation is 198.94 hertz, which is close to this one in our simulation. And as you can see, here is the voltage of the not it, the voltage of the output, which is the non-saturated one. We will see the peak to peak. So let's simulate it too. Let's see. Here is the voltage peak to peak. It is negative 13.66 volt peak to peak. And this what happens when the diode is removed from the schematic. So there for this one, delete the wires. So run again. We would see the difference. As you can see, the peak is now very fast to get to its maximum amplitude. With simulate here and here. As you can see in the simulation, the voltage is now close to its voltage source and the output is now saturated. And the next to simulate is the bandwidth. Let me get this straight and fixed. And we will change the voltage to AC. Then we could simulate it through AC voltage. just run, click to the output, and we will see. This is the bandwidth of the Wien bridge oscillator, my schematic. And I would set its frequency to the same as the frequency of oscillation. Here is the point of the bandwidth, which is the same as the frequency of oscillation. And that's it for my schematic, and thank you for listening.